Hey guys, so this is a quick video, just anybody's new to diabetes that's nervous about taking their blood sugars. It's intimidating. There are days that my fingertips hurt and I just don't want to take them anymore. But luckily, the new technologies, we have CGMs and sensors where we don't really have to do that as much, but I still have to do it every day. So I'm just going to show you real quick. I do have a sensor for the Freestyle Libre, and that will give me, a quick reading. I pull out my, I have a little monitor here, Freestyle Libre, and this is the 14-day one. So if I want a quick, it's a little high right now. I don't want to show you 192, but I had some yogurt and some coffee, and I just had lunch. So it's good though, because the arrow is pointing that way, which means steady. So hey, that's good. It's not spiking. But anyway, so I have, honestly, through the years with insurance, luckily you get a free meter every year. So I have gotten 6 meters so far, or 7, and plus ones that I've gone out and purchased. The most recent one I have here, I love it. I'm not a sponsor. It's just one that I got, one that randomly got picked for me, and it works great. This is the One Touch Vario, and Vario Flex, and this didn't come with it. My other one broke, so this is just a random, I bought it online at Walmart. But it's cute because it has like this hard case and it keeps everything right there, so I just take it all out. So what you want to do is you want to have all your supplies ready. I have my lancets, I have my needle for my insulin, but that's okay. And your alcohol swabs is very important. There are times when, I'll be honest, real deal, don't use these. If I just wash my hands or something, you will definitely get a more accurate number, of course, if you use the alcohol, you wash your hands, use the alcohol swab, and a new lancet. Now, we all know not every diabetic changes this every time. It's up to you. I'm not telling you do it, don't do it. Your doctor's always going to recommend, that you change it every single time. So I'm going to go through all of that right now. I've already washed my hands for the video. This one, most of them, you don't have to turn on. Like, I like that about my machine. You just stick the strip in and it turns on and it's ready. So the first thing I'm going to do, and you have to find what works for you, because some of the machines will time out if you take too long. And this machine, I have to say, is kind of picky. Like your blood, it has to be a perfect little bubble, or it can't be runny. So you really have to let the alcohol dry. Alright, so I'm taking out a test strip from the little test strip container. And I have my setup, you see, kind of, sorry. And I put my test strip in. And I'm going to take my lancet device off, because this is what's going to have a needle and it pricks your finger. So I have one in here, as you can see, an old one. And you're going to take that out, and you're going to need a Sharps container. You can use an old, I usually use like an old laundry detergent box. I'm sorry, not box, plastic container, like when you're done with your laundry soap, as long as it's a thick plastic, and then you have to wrap it when you're done before you throw it away. So I'm taking out this, I'm going to put that away later. But so my hands are clean. I'm putting in a new lancet. Most of them all work about the same. It might be a different size or gauge. That's the size of the needle, is the gauge. But I like mine pretty small, and so you stick it in, you twist off the top. I do this because I found if I twist off the top first and then try to stick it in, I poked myself before, which is fine. Then I would use that blood first, honestly. If I poke myself by accident, I'm like, ooh, let me go take my blood sugar real quick. So you take that off, and then it's a little needle, and you put the cover back on. Now, most of them that I know of and I've tried, they all come with numbers, like settings on how hard to prick you. If you have pretty thin skin like me, I don't I keep mine on 2, and that's like the one of the lowest settings. This one goes all the way up to 10, so if you have a calloused skin, or I guess that would be good. But I bleed pretty easy, so. Alright, we put that in. Now I'm going to get my alcohol wipes, and Lancets are really cheap. As far as you can go to Walmart, get 100 for like $2 or $1. So I'm going to take that out. I'm going to pick which finger I want to use. I like my ring and my pinky only because it's just, to me, it works the best or most accurate. I've tried all of them, so I'm actually going to use my middle finger today. I'm just going to wipe. And if I'm doing something wrong, let me know. But this is the way I've been doing it. Alright, then I put that down. And then I'm going to pick up my Lancet device. Now, see, my meter timed out. So this would normally frustrate me because I would go and put my blood and it would be timed out and I'd waste the test strip. So just make sure your meter's ready. And all I do is I just stick it back in there. It turned on automatically, and it's got a little blood drop, and it's telling me it's ready. So you have to let the alcohol dry, because if not, it's going to be runny. So I prime it, you pull it, and I do a quick test. Just push the button to make sure it pops out, and I'll prime it again, pull it back, and then I kind of take my hand and I squeeze my finger where I want. I like the sides. I don't like straight on, but that's just me. Whatever works for you. So I'm gonna push the button. Yes, it hurts a little bit. I'm gonna push out a speck of blood, and I'm gonna wipe that away. You can even do that again if you want. You don't have to. I have to let the alcohol dry for a sec. And the reason you do that is because it can still contain contaminants that might make your blood sugar numbers seem higher or lower. I'm going to go ahead and draw off just a little speck of blood. And this Vario, you come from the side of the strip. Some of them is at the top, but this one is the side. So I'm going to go ahead and try to show you here. And it's going to be really cool. It sucks up the blood. There it goes. It took it in. We know my sugar is going to be high, so please. Oh, it went down a little bit. Oh, so that's a perfect example to show you. So this is my blood glucose reading from my fingertip. That's telling me I'm at 176, and this one's cool. It'll tell you if your low is blue and green is good in your range and red is high. And the best thing about this one is it has Bluetooth, so you can get the app on your phone and you can get readings, and then you can print them out or email them, send them to your doctor, and it's a great tool. My doctor loves me for this machine. She is like, please, this is the best thing ever. People, a lot of times you have to handwrite them out, and this will save your life. You just print a report. Now, also with the Freestyle Libre, you can also print a report as well. You have to have an iPhone 7 or higher, and I have a 6S Plus, so I can't, but you can. All you have to do is just go on a computer, download the software, and then you can print out graphs and all that stuff too. So I'm going to go ahead and check again. I'm going to show you. I'm checking with this sensor. I guess I'm going down a little bit. That happens sometimes when I eat. That's another video. But for now, this is reading the transitional fluid in my arm, and this machine is reading the glucose in my finger. That one is the most accurate, as you can see. And that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, you know, some people wash their hands after again just to make sure your blood dries. Mine usually after I prick, I'll wipe it again with the alcohol and just go make sure it stopped bleeding. You know, depending on what you're doing. So hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe.